All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Brooklyn Barons. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back. Fly to the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go! 60 outlaw. 52 right here. Watch.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
On second down, it's Jones. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
This is it. 19. Mike 49. Wants to run.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Check, check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. 49 of them.
Now Watson. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And down he'll go at the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Here we go.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Back to throw. Watson gets it to Gordon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down now, it's Love. And an alley to run. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Bryce Love with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again? It's a foot race. 30. 10, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days. Offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
And they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. On 3rd down, here's Love. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! A big play there. 79 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun handoff now for Love. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Go. Go.
Jackson. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
The sack on 1st down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And this defense not giving them anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 31!
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. And an alley to run. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Faking the give, now Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You got it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. The ball comes out. The Broncos say they have it. They do. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Going to give it to Love. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards. It's 4th and goal. The 2-yard line.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he'll wind up being knocked knocked back to the 3-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see the offense.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
To throw is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
49 to my 59. That's trash. Echo. Check 13. Check 13. Motion, motion, motion.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 23. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On 3rd down, Jackson looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. And what a big-time play there. 44 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and he fires one incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 11-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, he finds Pirine out of the backfield. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll go with Jones. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Ronald Jones unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. This is the tight end Fant. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
31. 36. Switch. Check. 36.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Second down and goal. Watson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Watson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute off defense with a little less than 4 minutes to go. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this will go out of bounds, so they will lose yards on the play. And on fourth down, of course, it'll be a turnover on downs. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Love. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Love again. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
1st down, Denver.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 49. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to fire you up. Don't get nervous. Alert! 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Here we go. 49 to Mike. Watch the score.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. From the red zone now, Watson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, 59. Mike, 49 to Mike. Come on, baby. 22, check.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
I'm coming after you.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Silver. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win home. 49 to go.
He's back to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Fights him off. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
It's just me and you.
Jackson to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there with 2 ticks remaining. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back.